because and then your hands will be the formation of it. So the quiet knowledge of alignment with certain things is a clear mental image, unwavering faith, ungrateful action. This will bring the result that we actually want. Yet is the opposite. People think that the more they push, they fight to succeed, but they will actually eventually do it. No, that is what keeps them poor. This is a formless substance that responds to vibration of thought, not just effort. A clear mental picture of abundance impressed upon the substance cause its manifestation. Gratitude keeps you connected with the infinite intelligence. Action by faith gives the invisible, of course, intelligence, the channel to manifest through you. So you are not just here to work for money. You are here to actually express from the abundance of the conscious in your mind. The universe will actually touch your life, the people around you. So you no longer chase, but you radiate. You no longer beg, but you are allowed. You no longer say, I must work and make money. You now say, I must expect richness already existing within me, already within me. So there's something in you that you need to actually focus on, that will actually radiate for you. So I was talking about the revolution of the agricultural century to the industrial age. Those that were managing the machine and those that were creating the machine, there were two different philosophies, just like a landlord and a tenant. Two different philosophies, two different perspectives. The landlord is a businessman, a tenant, of course, is the one paying the rent. So the landlord is looking forward to collect, the tenant is looking forward to give. So different things. So you cannot carry a tenant mindset into a landlord opportunity. It doesn't work. Because you are coming to want to give, this is what you're trying to take. You take the strong to take from the weak. So the miracles that happen is that you align your thinking with the words of your mouth and with the actions you take. And it happens in everywhere we have been sharing. In fact, I will still repeat this thing because that's what's going to lead us to the outline number 2 this morning. This is thinking substance. That what God did in Genesis 1 was that he actually said the earth was without form and darkness was first of the deep, and the Spirit of the Lord was hovering on the water. So that hovering is called incubation. Like the bird, the hen will sit on the eggs. It was incubating, it was brooding, it was permutating, calculating, it was imagining. And after everything, now he said, let there be what? Light. And there was light. And he saw that it was good. He called it day. That means he has to see that what he was thinking is what is happening in the physical reality. But the most common example we normally use in almost our class this season is that in Genesis 1, of course, verse 27, God actually creates man create man in his image and likeness. So, and that creating, we say that creating means a mental arrangement of thought. Mental arrangement of thought. So in a sequential, of course, order of events to produce a desired outcomes or a result, to produce your desire. That's your desire, your mental picture you have in your mind. That is picture, mental picture. That is imagination, mental picture, mental image. Of course, that is your desire, mental picture and image. The mental picture. So your desire, outcomes and results. So this is how this thing works. Okay, mental outcomes and results. So God sit down in Genesis 1 to create a mental picture of what man could be. Interesting. And then came to Genesis 2, verse 7, and form man out of the dust of the earth. So the day he sit down to do a mental arrangement of thoughts in a sequential order of events that will happen to produce that desire in his mind, that picture he has in his mind, that image in his mind, that outcome, the true desire. So he actually finished the work. Why I'm telling you, a lot of people come to the industry of being an entrepreneur. They don't want to do the mental work, but they don't want to jump into physical work. This is all mental work. This is the mind work. This is the physical work. So things are created twice. One in the mind, second in the reality. So, and he uses his mouth to also see. So you create with your mind, it takes form when you speak, you produce in your hand. So when you speak it's taking formation. That is why out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. The Bible says, guide that your heart with all diligence, for out of it proceed the issue of life. So if you ever want to produce in life, it's because of the words of your mouth. So by the words of your mouth, you shall be justified. By that same words of your mouth, you shall be condemned. So the problem is not about the circumstances. People keep making a lot of physical effort, and they work tirelessly. They carry 50 bags of cement. They push wheelbarrow. They engage. They no mental engagement, physical engagement or truth. So they suffer not because God wants to suffer, just because they are exacting more of physical energy, and the brain will shut down. So you look at everybody around you. From every morning you are mad, from your pastor to the father, bishop, name them, Kumuyi, Adeboye, name them, Yakilomi. All of us that are in ministry you like, all of us, you see, we are not doing more of physical effort. We do more of mental. We learn, read, study, mental secular work. And then look at Bill Gates, Dangote, Elon Musk, name them. All of us, look at it. Go to politics. Men that control the resources, the president, the governor, the senators, they do more of mental work. They don't engage. Go to your village. Your village to the Obong, the Kuku, the Ntobum, everybody name them. All of us are mental work. So we use our mind, we create, we use our mouth, we talk. It takes form when you speak and take manifest in your hand. So the reality of that is that the secret of the law of effortless wealth is that you are not just going to work physically for money. You are going to actually express that which already exists in you. You are going to sit down to arrange your mind, then speak it and take action. But the problem is that people take action and they quit. Because they don't take action long enough. I keep saying you cannot force the universe for universe to go against its law, because the Bible says, as long as the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest time will never cease. So no matter how much you want to force the universe to a corn, or of course, of a seed of corn to germinate in 1 day is not possible. It takes minimum of 5 days or 7 days. The local corn, the sweet corn is 5 days. So you put the corn in yourself, and instead of allowing nature to take its course, you disturb God. God, this thing must happen now. Pray now, tomorrow. That thing cannot happen. It just takes 5 days. That's a natural course. So alignment is very important, because once you align your thoughts with the frequency of your vibration, leave it. It's surely going to manifest. It might take a little bit of time, because in the invisible everything is, but in the invisible everything is, but invisible everything takes time to manifest. That means in the fourth dimension, the level of thinking, everything already exists, but the level of manifestation is going to take some time. So that's how once you move things from the fourth dimension to the third dimension, the material world, these material things you see, it takes some time to produce this marker. This marker don't just manifest. It actually exists in the thought of the entrepreneur. This board never manifested just like that. It's all a thought in the mind of the entrepreneur. The laptop, the shoe, your clothes, even the tailor that sews your clothes have to sit down and imagine how the clothes will be. Possibly draw it and then start the cutting, start the measurement and the cutting. Agree with me now? Yes or yes? So even you want to cook, so you have to sit down first and mentally accept that you want to cook okra soup, egusi, afang soup. Yeah, you sit down first and say, this is what I want to eat. I want to eat rice and stew. You sit down first with your mind, and then before you even take, your body responds. So your body responds to your mind. Last time I told somebody to stand up. Ask me, what do you use to stand up? Your mind or your legs? Okay, what do you use to stand up? Your mind or your legs? Your mind. They are correct, because somebody say my leg. I said, let your mind not work. I speak to your leg. Leg, stand up. Leg, stand up. In Jesus' name, pour olive oil. Leg, no green, stand up. Okay, mind, tell the leg to stand up. Mind, stand up now. The mind, tell the leg, stand up. The leg, do what? Stand up. So you see, you don't stand up with your legs, stand up with your mind. Whatever your mind has said, your body conform. No matter you tell somebody, stop. You're in mind, don't say the waka, and say the waka. So the thing is this, you will never work for money. You only summon money. So that's how we do. We summon money. We summon money based on our values. You cannot want to make money without value. Money must respond to value, because money is a slave of value. Say no, money is a slave of value. Either product. So you have not impacted somebody, you have not taught somebody, you've not invited somebody, you've not marketed your product, you're not promoted. How do you want to make the money? You have to invite, present the opportunities, sell your product. You have to sell something, either idea, philosophy, product, material, or immaterial. You must sell something. Transaction must come. If you don't do transaction, you are begging. Begging is asking for money without value. Begging is asking for value for nothing. Okay, I don't get anything, just give me. That is called begging. They're not begging. You shouldn't be living like that. So you see the thing and say, how many lives do I want to touch? And the greatest investment is when you make a human being. Because once your interest is about improving human being, making the world a better place, making impact, solving problem human being, the universe, whether you are born again or not, the universe is interested. God is interested in anybody that's interested in somebody. Have you not been seeing those that are interested in you, having your eternal peace with your maker, with your Almighty God, want you to have eternal, want you to accept Christ into your life? Those people automatically, the universe just bless them, because they're on a just cause. They're not just cause. Anybody that's interested to make human being have shoes, wear clothes, what they can eat, what they can wear, anything that can solve a problem at any dimension, because man is a spirit that lives in the body that has a mind. At any dimension of the human nature existing, what is all their problem? Money will follow, because the universe is interested about impact. Impact. The last one for today, the thinking substance. The thinking substance. The real reason why people are struggling and they don't know why they're struggling. Why some people are still passing through the but are happy, because they know that my thinking is right, my words are right, and my actions are right. So I'm doing the right thing. Show up, stand up and speak up consistently over some time. Diligent in what I do. With some time, I will not stand before mere men, but I will stand before kings. That's the thinking substance. The true source of wealth. The true source, the real source of wealth is that it must come through you. You must convert that which you have into tangible product that solves problem. If you cannot do that, that means the person is lazy. He can never sustain wealth. You like give him all the money in this life. You like carry all the money in this life, share to everybody equally. Give us 5 years, the money will go back to the rich. The poor will still remain poor. That's the thing. So it's not about money. It was never about money. It was about mindset. But the way they think, we see, when you look at the same thing, we see different things. Circumstances, we see, one wants to see problem, one wants to see solution. Say, I will always see solution.
I always see solution.
So, we don't write it down, but let me read some things I wrote down for you. I'll tell you when to start writing. Long before the first coin was minted, before bank was created, banter was initiated, the invention of trade. There is something greater, there is something far greater, a living ocean of intelligence that fills the invisible space. Between all the things you see, it's called the thinking substance. Before money, before coin, before calories, before trade by barter, there was something, the invisible force that exists on this planet Earth. And that the thinking substance is not an idea, but it's a reality. That whatever you hold in your mind long enough and speak with it long enough and take the action long enough, it will become a reality in your life. So every tree, every thought, every human being destiny arises and falls from this unseen field. So a thought produces an image. A thought produces an image substance, waiting for instructions and action to produce its equivalent, physical equivalent. Right thing or not very important. A thought produces an image substance. A thought holding your mind, consider finally produce an image substance. A thought produces an image substance, comma, waiting for instructions. A thought produces an image substance, comma, waiting for instructions. So every thought you dwell long enough will finally create an image in your mind, waiting for instructions with the words of your mouth. A thought produces an image substance, comma, waiting for instruction of the word of your mouth. An action, a physical action to produce its physical equivalent. A thought produces an image substance, waiting for instruction with the words of your mouth. An action to produce its physical equivalent. So every thought we see, of course, dwelling in long enough, will eventually produce an image. And confirmation with the words of your mouth will then create its physical equivalent once you take the action towards it. So a thought produces an image substance, waiting for instruction with the words of your mouth. An action to produce its physical equivalent. So, have you seen why sign up is not about sending text and making calls? But we say sending text and making calls is not good, it's good. Sign up is more of a mental arrangement of thought. You sit down and use your mind to say, I'm going to send this text now, but you close your eyes, you need to get a mental picture. People are receiving the messages, your adverts, your television, radio adverts. They're happy to see the advert in your mind, you're seeing it, and then they're calling you back. They're going to come to your program. They actually came from Millionaire School, entered the World 101, and imagine them after the presentation, they're saying yes to the opportunity, all in your mind. They bring them to you, are doing MPO for them, they're scaling them, become leaders, everything in your mind. So you really create a mental picture strong enough before you can now say they are coming, and you now begin to send the text. Now you can see the energy that you send is different from energy that you just carry, no thinking, no imagination. A man that sits and says today, I'm going to go to Millionaire School, I'm going to do the one that just wake up, no plan at all. You just carry keke. It's like you know even plan. Carry wake up with their phone. I got to carry their phone, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. They know they think at all. That one just enter market, carry wheelbarrow, push wheelbarrow. You just enter, go side, carry blocks. Guys, they just physically engage without no mental engagement. It cannot work. So the problem with many people that they work more physically and no work more mentally. The real work is not with hands. The real work is a conscious of your mind. That you are conscious and you are aware of exactly what you want. You are so clear on your direction. You are so clear on your destination, because speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. So you know where you are going, clear, mental clarity. But the clarity you have and the words of your mouth are formed aligned with it, and the action, like, there's nothing that will make you unstoppable, not to achieve your result. Tell your neighbor, I'm unstoppable. So this thing you see is a bread of our thought that actually it leads to our emotions, the feeling of our emotion. We respond to certain things. So humanity forgot this truth when they began to worship and matter, when they began to worship effort, toil, struggle, sweat. And this is what they told us in school. That all you need to do is to finish the school, go and handle the machine, go and look for a job, work for somebody, enslave yourself, you become successful. It's not like nah. So that doesn't work. Let me tell you something. Me and Omalia was talking, and we finally realized that 5% of people succeeded in civil service job, but 20% of people succeeded at being an entrepreneur. Go and check the people that started job in civil service. After all, how many people that become director? Once. How many people secretary do that have? Once. Talk to me now. How many permanent secretary? Wow. So I'm not talking. How many director? Wow. So how many of them even get to that position? One will kill. I've seen people in this because of permanent secretary. They jazz for person. They go babalawo, then carry something, give for person. So they make you die, make you pay. So I made them make him the next permanent secretary. I don't see a lot. Because you are the only one holding him now. And he has 5 years to be in this government. If you know, if you go retire him, somebody has to buy, make it enter. Somebody has to leave. So, and you are the only one that try for you to resign or you're just retire. But you know what? In fact, you went and extended your age by 3 more years so that many person don't come become 9 with the wahala we happen. Just because only for, go and check around. People that retire, go and ask them how far. Government promise them be good life. Most of them after retirement, they will give them that 20 million, 30 million. Because they don't have any business idea. They have not tried any business before. They will not gather money and enter to 5 business at the same time. Money will come from top to bottom. How can you start the 5 business at the same time? You open poultry, fishery, open electronic shop, money point, everything for you know, it's like a wheel that is going female against the tire. You know, when you know about in the village, you go to river and stream like us. You know, when water goes this way, they move this way, and you want to swim against it. The more effort you try, the more one spot you remain in that. So the maybe just be from alignment. And alignment that the mind must work, the mouth must work, and the hand must work. That is alignment. If it doesn't work like that, you are going against the nature, the law of the nature, and you cannot beat nature. I can assure you. Nature will always have its cause. Now, I'll give you an example. If sleep hold you now, no matter how you do that sleep, do it like this. If you do finish the sleep, you do one. Make sleep hold you. When nature calls, you must answer. Tell your neighbor. When nature calls, you must answer. Make we will hold you. Hold am. You get where you go reach. That way we go force himself come out. You get people hold you, hold am. You get where you go that poo. If you don't come out for a year, you come out for mouth. You go vomit. You must come out. So when nature calls, you must answer. You don't need to fight against nature. There's a God don't want you to live by miracle. You want to live by principles. There are principles. Discover the principles and the laws, and life will become better. So humanity simply forgot that you don't fight against the tire. You will never succeed. So we began to dig for gold in the outer world. We do not realize that the real goal is within us. Write this on your note, very important. Write it on your very important. The deeper laws links thought to form. The deeper laws links thought to form. Let me clean this one. The deeper laws link thought to forms. Okay, comma. Vibration to substance. Vibration to substance. Okay, comma. Consciousness to cash. So I would have rather put a value first. Consciousness to value, then bracket cash. Because you have to exchange that value to cash. Conscious. So cash value, money, is more of consciousness. It's not more of effort. Because if it was effort, those that work, that are pushed by doing higher effort, they will have become the most richest people. So the deeper law links thought to form, of course, vibration to substance, consciousness to value, bracket open cash. And this is not a miracle, but a living mind. This is how it works. So the world enslaved by industry, where men works for 16 hours in a day and still remain poor in spirit and in pocket alike. Physical labor alone could not explain the prosperity of some and poverty of others. It cannot. If money were purely the result of effort, then the hardest worker on earth would have been the richest people on earth. Yet the opposite is true, and it's often the truth. So money is no more a physical effort. Wealth creation has not been competition of someone's gaining, but now that must become your losing. Consciousness of scarcity and competition creates lack. Once you are thinking about scarcity mindset, because scarcity mindset breeds fear, jealousy, separation. But the thinking substance is infinite because it can not be depleted or cornered by anyone. Write this on, very important. The thinking substance creates endless forms. The thinking substance creates endless form. There's no limitation in the thinking realm. The thinking substance creates endless form from within. And immediately you understand this, everything changes. The thinking substance creates endless form from within. The thinking substance creates endless form from within. And immediately you understand this, everything changes. The game changer is that you know that my thoughts are things. That's the game changer. The game changer, the thinking substance creates endless form from within. So once you know that the thinking substance, this thinking substance creates endless form, it's not to use your mind to imagine things. Imagine things and write them down. It never crazy. Those men that it might not happen in your generation, but as far as you trap that thought down, by writing on it, it will surely come to pass. As far as you take the corresponding action that will bring that frequency of thoughts into reality, it will become. So how many people thought that today the AI would have done what 100 people would have done? One technology would do 1,000 people job in just 1 second, in just 5 seconds. As AI, any of the AI system you see, the Nova, the ChatGPT, any of them, ask them to write you a 10 paper on a particular subject. You know what it took us to write 10 paper in school? We read, we go to library, do research. You know what it do, and lecturer will come and do that thing like tia, repeat. You know what it do? You know what it take me to do project? You know what it took me to do project in school? I will am tell myself, go there, print this one, read this book, corner everything, package, finish, write and finish, come type them, come print them. My supervisor will do that thing like this. It up, repeat, tap, repeat. Today I just put in AI. You know, and then you now when the Friday come, the day you defend your project, you go and buy suit, come knock tie, come waka. Oh my God, you know. And they see like 4-3 professors or doctors, or they're going to ask you, they'll keep eye glad and they look like they see you. You're seeing me, or guy, you're looking at me, look at me. Ask you, they don't know what they do. Today now, everything just the put up and go, everything will come up. So you can imagine that was that's the frequency of men's thoughts. Can you imagine what it took the White brothers to make the aircraft fly on the sky? It took them time, but they saw it in their mind. Since they see it in their mind, it was a reality in the physical world. So the thing that once you understand that the thinking substance it takes an endless form, of course, that will flow from within. Once you understand this is a game changer, because you no longer bother about people, you not because you know how much things you can create in this world. So every time you envy another person's fortune, you are telling the universe that wealth limits, that their wealth limits your own. But anytime you appreciate people's abundance, you are afraid that as far as they succeed, that it's possible and a proof for you to also succeed. Write this on your mind, very, very important. Poverty is not a certain condition. Poverty is not a condition of circumstances, but of awareness. Poverty is not a condition of circumstances. Poverty is not a condition of circumstances, but of awareness. Poverty is not a condition of circumstances, but awareness. It's not about your circumstances or your background, your father, your poor, your man. Yes, those factors can be a contributing factor, but the really determining factor is awareness. How much how awareness do you have about your resources embedded in you, gifts inside the talents, and you're discovering them, developing them, and deploying them in the marketplace? About awareness. Poverty is not a condition of circumstances, but awareness. Full stop. Poverty is not the result of. Poverty is a result of thinking against the flow. Poverty is a result of thinking against the flow of creation. Poverty is a result of thinking against the flow of creation. Poverty is a result of thinking against the flow of creation. So, what's the flow of creation? Every seed produces kind. What's the flow of creation? You must think. You must think. You must think with your mind. You must speak. You must speak with your mouth. You must speak with your mouth. And you must engage physically. You must engage physically with your hands. This is the law of creation. 1, 2, 3. So the mind must engage, the mouth must engage, the body must engage. This is how this thing works. So once you start by talking and doing this from before mind, you don't go work. Once you start by doing physical, what will I do now? So I will make money. This is the problem. You want to go start with this one, it will not work. So you must sit down to create that formation in your mind. Then begin to speak. You know the Bible says, let the weak say I'm strong. Because you have to speak positive. So once it's not speaking and doing, you know go work. So it's a formation. It's also sit down. The main important thing is the image in your mind. That image in your mind is the most important thing. Once that image is strong, once you create a clear, forget about what they like to put you for pit, put you for Potiphar's house, put you for prison. And far as you don't lose that image, it will become a reality. If you like, when they say you need to go take care of sheep, like David, as far as the image there in your mind, forget about it. It's a matter of time. It's not time. It will manifest. You know, you go wilderness, but nothing happen. The problem you have is the mind. You know why the mind is a problem? Because we grew up in an environment that is not empowering our mind. We don't have a learning community who come to talk about the mind work. There's no mind clinic everywhere. You have clinic for your body, physical clinic. You have a clinic for your spirit, which is church. They're not church. Your spirit is not doing well. Go to church. They will sing worship song. They will lift your spirit. Man of God will preach the word of God. Your spirit is liberated. But where do you take your mind to? Nowhere. It's not mind clinic. So the only year we have mind clinic. So you bring your mind. We sit down and do some surgery. So we have to take over something that's not working. So the problem is the mind work. A man can engage physically with his hand for as long as I care. I see them a lot. I see them a lot. You know, I told you one story how I went to one of my parties in South Africa. So my security man was shouting, "Oh God, this work is too much. Oh God, I want my salary increment." I said, no problem. I'm not the one those to increase your salary. So I got 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. 5,000. I gave him book to read. He said, "Okay, if I read this book, sleep, they worry me. Sleep. Adaya, adaya, adaya." The book shut down the mind. They're not shut down. He hates knowledge. So I look at the man, I cannot help him. Now I realize you cannot help everybody. Say anyone about? You cannot help everybody. Get used to it. Cannot everybody, just get used to it. So poverty is a result of thinking against the flow of creation. So once the field receives your thought of lack, and its obedience is to manifest that physical reality of lack. Even though you have not written anything to write this one thing, you will thank me a lot. To manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental image. To manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental image of a desired result. To manifest wealth in this life, money, riches, to manifest wonderful marriage, wonderful business, wonderful organization, wonderful enterprise, excelling and scaling entrepreneur, MSA organization. To manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental image of a desire, of the desired result. To manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental image of the desired result. Not vague. Not vague. Vague is spelled V-A-G-U-E. Not vague. So, to manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental image of the desired result. Not vague, but definite creation. Definite creation. So you want to say definite. How do you want your marriage to be? Write it down. I must have a loving husband that will give me 100,000 every day, that will take me to Dubai, that will buy me shoe, that will not beat me. When you write finish, say how do you want to? If I with your own, how do you want to be as a good wife? I must be virtuous. I must be loyal. I must be submissive. I must do. Write the man on. Carry on. As a man, how do you want to be? Right? I'm a man that will give my wife money every time. Buy her shoe, buy her clothes, buy her shower, buy her pizza. I get her house. Right time. Right time. If you can't write the kind of woman where you want, carry on. Create that image. Read them for yourself every day. Every day. Do them for 1 year, my brother. I can tell the truth. That woman will manifest in your life. Say amen. Amen. That's how it works. You want to buy a car? I told you when I wanted to buy my first car, I painted picture everywhere. Highlander Jeep, put it everywhere on my bedroom, my door, pillow everywhere. Everywhere I see my phone, Highlander Jeep. I know the color, it was blue, and I needed a 6-block engine. I needed a leather seat, and everything was clearly defined. And for like a year, I wasn't even facing my face with mattress. No mattress. Raw carpet with 2 pillows. But pay a painter, a clear mental picture. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich, who helped me to create that mental picture. And definitely what happened, businesses are coming. From NYC gave me contract, CBN, EDC gave me contract. A lot of things just start happening in my life. Money just start coming. The more I try to, anywhere I go, I just find favor. Anywhere I go, people say, you look so familiar. Have you been around? I've not been around. They say, you look like somebody. I say, I look like somebody indeed. I look like somebody indeed. I'm looking like somebody. I'm the one even drive. Okay, what thing happened? Is there any hope for me? So every favor just come. Anywhere I go,